Shante Foreman.
Giving back. So she's visiting Jamaica for the holidays with her family, and she decided to make herself available to come and share a little of her journey and her story with you guys. I sincerely hope that you guys will make it extremely attentive. I know she will have a question and answer session afterwards, but we just want you to make Miss Donna welcome. Give her a big round. All yours, Keisha. Sure.
Evening, ladies. It's really good to be back at Casa Antonia. I know a little shouting with the Jago number one. This is nowhere. Only for that, I just love the acting so much. But I'm so tired, so I'm going to keep it alive. I'm not going to take to the door. Door? Sleep? Yeah. You guys think about that? You guys put the fire for it. You guys sleep? Alright. Now you can have a lot of that. But, so like when we talk, you have the tap up, right? So make sure you keep on the question and answer it, alright? Right? Yeah, man, level. Tap and answer. But just like the coach said, this is us put together and the joker. Don't people laugh. I'm going to tell 99. The University of Texas was a very, very hard program to succeed. Very good academic program as well. But when we come at Jago by before. Who come at Marana? I don't know. Yeah. You come in as a some tests to say you run out as a result. No, you mean. How come?
Last 4 years, man. Come at Marana.
And then we started second grade, 1993. 93 we start first chapter, 94. Never look at champs. Never good. So when we start champs, come 79,400, we run really and come third, 95 now. I was the kind of system that can do softball, and they love netball. Netball was the first love, and then Instagram said, none of them have played netball. Ball and change my phone and I'm home. Principal said, no, at the time, called me and said, where you go? He said, nobody come up to overseas for netball scholarship. He said, no, I really love it. So he said, I'll change back the clothes and come back for practice. 96 now, that's a different record here. Prior to that was Andrea Bliss. Because I don't know how coaches brought no shot, and watch right in the right to clean. I told them, never want to fight for nothing. So they take off Bliss and put in one girl from I think I'm Homewood. Peter gave. Take down Bliss because I never want to coach it right away. But we still have straight away. And we brought the cards down our car, we brought everything. So that's how we just moved. Pen relay was the same thing. But anyway, we got pen relay before. We do COVID. And now we have a pen relay. You like it? Too cool though. Yeah, man, it's too cool. And actually, when I college, we still have the 4x4 record. I think in 2010, we get indoors with like all of them. See the big wall? You look at the big wall with all of them? Yeah, by 2007, we up on the wall. That was ours before. From first day, we see the big wall, we said, wow, how wall, yeah. Never make my eyes open. But we used to go home and come back, so on weekend we would go on the hill. We had a big bird at Portmore, but we don't know what we mean. And then, some of us started training serious, and from that, yeah, the first real win from at St. Louis. We still have our stats? Them still got stats? States. We hit a feeling and say those were big. But anyway, we got it 1 year. Our girl, the running top, she's on camp at home. She had the best funding at the camp. And we said, yeah, we're going today. And then we literally beat our bad leg before our road. From this one, we confident and just let off, as I said. So, don't ask us story of to say. Even if you don't look like I feel kind of today, stay with it. Yeah, right? Stay with it. Work. If life hard, but it's hard, you need to try. You understand? Stay with it. And fight. If you feel sick, training not enough. Another thing over there at college. Everybody has six pack. My belly pack. You have six pack. So when we go every night, make sure you do 200 abs. Next thing you know, we have six pack. So I never got my belly pack, but just never try it. Yeah, so it's it. But just stay with it, man, and just find something to work for you. College wasn't hard. It wasn't easy. When we went to college, University of Texas, we did two visits. We went to 5, but we have but the exam will take overseas. SAT. We have SAT at home. So we got LSU, never liked it, and send out there. So we couldn't visualize yourself at the school. When we got Texas, when we have to see that stupid. Another Jamaican, we had tried to trick me. But the thing about it was she know what class we have a party with her. She said, yeah, I just stayed there. So we cut that out visit. The party never happened with me, but nevertheless, we want to sell the SAT and it peeled. Texas wasn't easy. Why? Because Texas was a co-op. It still is, but then it was even more of a powerhouse for Guatemala. Throughout my whole time at Texas, the top 5 400 meters in the United States was there, including myself. So practice was always competitive, which we love. And get them to relax, hey, you know, I didn't know what I mean. So, do it, major in economics, that man, a business foundation, I think, never use them, but yeah. Another thing, if you do decide to go overseas, make sure you know what you want. That's one of the things you want to look for. And make it in the program, and you want to look to get the best out of you. You understand? So you need to know where you want out of there. Remember I told them I tell somebody about me that I think it's yeah. I don't expect things like no sense for us. Sometimes I know you want something you want. Also, always about plan B. And because track and field is a very unforgiving sport. What I mean by that? You know, in a busy way today. A way to a very little in that moment. You understand? And as soon as money come up after you, then forget all you. You understand? That's track and field. That's life period. But track and field for sure. So always have a plan B. For me, track and field was a means to an end. You understand? Education was always a forefront of my front. Remember going to Texas when someone wanted a good education. One of the questions I asked on a recruiting trip was, if they get hurt, can I still finish college? When I asked LSU a question, then they look at me like, we have to check with the director. I said, all right, no. So I'm going to Texas, I'm ask the coach, look my eye and say, listen, because you know, you can't get hurt. Your body say you step down one hole, you twist your ankle, you know? So I said to her, I said, looking at she always wear glasses. I said, you can take off your glasses, please, ma'am, and thanks. Take off her glasses, looking at her eye, and I said, listen, if me get hurt, can we still finish school? She said, she have a paper in her pocket, yes. I said, all right, where the paperwork there? You understand? Because that was my thing. Track and field was a means to an end. We know that one day my soon start run. Anyway, what Texas? And so being like kinesiology or sports management, tell them say, you can't spell kinesiology, you must just pronounce it. When we're done with track and field, we're not going to do sports. So they say, we want to do what I major. Choose accounting. Accounting, the business school kind of funny. So they say, all right, we'll do economics. I think I pay about 30,000 a year. It wasn't a lot. But I have like a second job to maintain. And then, on the 30 a year, with a lot of bonuses. Come in the switch event to come and get hurt a lot of Texas. Some of the happy switch event to the hurdles. We did all right. Come and can run in between, and we can't run hurdles. But then again, they kind of check out that sports. So, We go on the circuit, fairly bond, come back and tell Anita I don't want the scholarship, the contract no more. And then I go work at Home Depot. Then we go at Home Depot, my recruiter come and recruit me. Hence, I'm in the army for 16 years. So the army, I never like it, because what class not going to the army. But the starting in the army, a month before me tell nobody, because I never know to tell my mother. So she tell me, my dad, she sent me to school for going to the army. And the time I went to the army, the war did had is all 5. So she said, I hope you're not dead before me. But she's still alive, I'm still alive, so I guess we're not dead before her yet. So we'll see. But the army not a bad day, another thing, I mean to an end. You understand? Army, I was able to get a sistership, and yeah, the army, it's been good, because you have to figure out there's a lot of Jamaicans in the army too. That's another thing to a lot of it. I met her when we did at Germany. She was here at 6 months. That's our name, skinny girl. So the army is not a means to an end. In there for 16 years so far. First thing I got to 4, and then got my first job. My cousin was too bossy, so I'm going to do something better. So today, but yeah, that's my pretty much my journey in a nutshell. It hasn't been better or worse. I can tell you that. Right now, and I said I reach the top of a couple mountain, but every time I reach the top of one mountain, I just start at the bottom. At the start at the bottom, to another mountain, right? So I mean, still have a way to go, but yeah, may I love life right now. Can't complain. So, like I said, the moral of the story is life hard, but it's harder when you're not trying. And if consistent training is not enough, then do something on your own to get you to where you want to go, because everybody individual different. You have a question? Anybody have a question? No? What you have?
Could you share with us some of the things that you used to keep you motivated throughout the years, so maybe we could all apply it to our lives as well?
At what point? Alright, so the motivation change as you go. Good question. Motivation changes as you go. When at St. Jago, the motivation was to get a scholarship. So every time I step on the track, I'm going to win so people can see me and recognize me to get a scholarship, right? So the motivation was always to win, to be recognized. Because at one point, me and Sam, we want to be as marketable as possible. And don't forget the schoolwork. It's a reason why, but I don't know if you know this, when the title as student athlete, there's a reason why the student come before the athlete. They go hand in hand. Because if you don't have the requirement academic, you can't go on with college. Alright? So they go hand in hand. I used to study on that. I remember the personal lamp, and then they used to study on that. Because when I come from either, you understand, father pouring on 2-bedroom house and 5 fitting, madam father. So we never go outside at the back when they sleep. We used to go home at evening time and sleep and get up about 3 o'clock in the morning, light my light, go outside and study. So because we didn't want it, you understand? My first start, I started a second form, B1. First report, we were like third to last man in class. I said, no, sir, this can't happen. So I asked the girl to come first. I always seek out people who are the better and record ask them what them do. You understand? Forget what them are going to be. You want to know your remedy so we can apply to myself. I just said, so should I study? So I said, yes, I start studying. The second report me get, I was third in the class. I'm a maintain top 5 in the whole entire class, the whole time, until I go at 6th form because I study. You understand? Don't forget the book. You can't do good on the track and not do good in the schoolwork. It's just a little. And vice versa, you can't do good in school and not do good on the track. You understand? So, like I said, at Jago, you were just winning, get the motivation, and get the recognition to be more marketable. And I did, because when I remember now, get ready for go to school, wally back coach. My mother yard she couldn't just tell me to top pick, have them come at the yard. Wally back coach mommy. So that was that. College now, it was my plan B, right? Because when I was a track and field wasn't mean to an end. So college was really tough, but it University of Texas, and when you go to a big university, they tend to have this. They pour a lot into you, and you have to make use of it. Because one thing we have at University of Texas was our tutors, right? You choose your own tutor. The university I pay feet. Some people will like, I don't need a tutor. Me say, I want a tutor for everything. I want to know the class, I want a tutor for you. So that, and then also study hall. They had mandatory study hall. They have to do 2 hours of study hall every day. They can do it before, in the morning, or in the evening. So you have to just make use of what it was. So motivation to Texas was, make sure I get a good education. Just when the legs have failed me, I still can bounce back. Throughout life now in the army, that was my biggest step. When I realized that, like, I always have an attitude. And how you manage your attitude says a lot about you, right? Like I'm not generalized, not necessarily you, but Jamaican, we tend to walk with our front on our face, right? I want to be happy. People don't know so we're happy. So when I first joined the army, people used to say, smile. Which part of my circle? We have to smile. I'm happy, I'm smiling. But I could go I got a mentor at the time, and then they used to tell me, say, listen, you know, certain things are going away. So the army was the biggest life lesson I have to learn to where I'm at today. I mean, be in charge of people, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the mentor that had to steer me through life, because a lot of stuff I just never see just because of culture too, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but army today, my motivation has changed. Like when I first go in, I get my sistership. I was on a mean someone then. So the first time I went, I was going for 4 years, I was going to do my citizenship, and I was on bumps, and I'm good. That never happened, I'm still in. So then I have kids, was like, I got to do something so my kids and them can see that, you know, this is possible. Because believe it or not, people look like me in America, it's not easy for. And I know that's a very stereotype, but it's the, at least that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? Because even the army, no, I'm in a male-dominant work area where very few females, even in that looks like me, even survive. You understand? So, and then I always learn every situation with 3 points down. I'm a female, I'm black, and I'm foreign, right? So knowing that, it's just a drive to always be the best. Always be the best, always be the best, and then having kids know, my kids, I'm gonna call them ambulance, because everything they say walk, they're like walk. With their needs to be provided for, it's just a even drive to do better, so I can keep on providing for them, so they can be better. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to have the struggle like I have through life. That's my whole thing too. I waited to have kids at an older age, because I never want to have them, I can't provide for them. Yeah, I'm gonna have a husband, but feed money and my money. But yeah, so the kids that's another motivation of my driving life now are my kids. Anyway, you have another question? Should I get that in here? You have a question?
She's right, man. She's right. You're married.
No, you're right. I get money, I hear money. You never know that? Yeah, your money and yours, I'm feeling my feel too. Yeah. But any more questions? May I answer your question, though? Yes. We can answer. Any more? Let's take it out there. Smile as you have it, Jago. You done? Can I have a question again?
Ask a question.
You have a question? You know EPP, you know? Me can't hear you.
Asked what parish are you from?
Kingston. Right off of Mullines Road, it is so. I said, when you did pass the Meadowbrook, which was right up the street. I never want to go to Meadowbrook, but I'll come and Jesus. Yeah. Anything else?
My question is, at one point, I know that you wanted to stop. So, can you just tell me at what point you wanted to stop? Definitely.
In college. In college, I got hurt a lot. Like, I never, even now to this day, I don't think I lived through my live my fullest potential in college. But what kept me going was that plan B. I have to get an education, right? And I never want to be discriminated against. So even to the last, I had to switch event my last year in college. My junior year, some of my junior year, my coach called me, she said, please come to KD college. He's like, KD, come here. And she said, you don't see nothing, nothing. I said, yeah, me not do nothing, nothing. Because I made it run 400, done 4x4, and 600, I had a 600 record indoor. But I never do nothing at the 400 because every time I get, the faster I get, my arm strength will pull. So I pull my arm string like 3-4 times in college. So yeah, it wasn't good. But because the drive to have an education and knowing that track was a means to an end was the time that's what kept me not to quit. And then when we switched event, it would kind of give me a different outlook. I can't earn, I couldn't earn up to this point. I'm around 55, 900 million up to this day, I don't know. So this is just jump, just run and just jump. There was a sign, this was staring right at the thing that the hurdles and just run up with it and just jump. And the thing was I did, I run in between it. So to the point where I met the 03 World Championship in Paris. I met that team that I don't know. I'm gonna come third or second at the trials. I'm gonna go to Paris and shin split. I get shin split, so I never run. Both together meet the two and they played that the whole time. I never made the final at 200. I'll never forget. But yeah, just that plan B. Like with anything you do in life, I feel like you remember what I'm gonna say. Always have a way out. Don't go in anything with just one way. Always have a plan B. And it needs to be as strong as your plan A. People usually say if you have a plan B, that means you plan to fail at plan A. That's not how I look at it, right? Because my thing is everything in life is temporary. So like when the time run on that, what are you gonna do after that? So that's my outlook. Good question. Well, no.
Excuse me. The hamstring injuries, are they just the only ones that you got or
Yeah, remember that Jago, not get injured, no stuff. Them that illness, tough we all. And then when we usually run, we have to have a better feel than we used to run and I saw what ankle used to twist. Yeah, we used to go so. No, Jago, I never get hurt when I was at St. Jago. College was hamstring and the shin splint. When I start the hurdle, I get shin splint a lot. But another thing, going to a big university as Texas and Pocket B, like the Canada, we had a lot of maintenance. Like every Wednesday was maintenance. They would get a massage and a mineral bath, trainers. That was routine every Wednesday. And every month they have like specialists coming in that attend to your needs. And like so I'll go again, and that's why I say I sprint it like 3-4 times. But because every time they fix me, they'll sprint again. Like as soon as I start getting fast, they get my hurts again. But there was always a fixing because the university does have deep pocket. So, but yeah, but shin splint and then shin splint. We have my last year at nationals, NC, I was slated to come third. When I get shin splint really bad, and my mama think, open up. I think I opened my work common foot. But it was acupuncture. You put a whole bunch of little needle in my shin and light the top. And by the time I'm done with that, I'm gonna sleep. By the time I'm done, my shin just feels numb. I couldn't feel it. So that afforded me for running out of final. I never get the third, but the last third I get fifth. But when we get Jago, we not get as hard as a train. No, we never get injured at Jago. We get tired, but no injured.
So you mentioned that a specific year that is when you get the most, right? So what if you feel like it's 2 years?
It's never too late. You have rent, never too late. You have to figure out where it's gonna take you. And also, in a hurry, to talk to your coach, say, call the coach to the side, whoever the coach is, you understand? And watching video of other people. Say the event at 400, right? There's so many different ways for the 400. So you have to find a way that will work for you. You understand? And then apply. And how you gonna find a way to work for you by watching film, talking to people, and even talking to your coach. Because remember, when the coach in one setting like this, it might cater for everybody, right? So yeah, you might know everybody immediate need, but do you know the second and third order effect of your needs? You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't hurt. It's never too late though. You have to work, never too late. And if you have the determination and the drive and willing to work for it, let me tell you something. If being successful was easy, everybody would be successful. You understand? But success is not easy to come. It takes work, it takes determination, it takes drive. You're gonna fall, but it's how you get up. That's what matters. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late. Never. I promise you. It's never too late. Cool? And answer your question? Big man, answer your question?
Definitely.
Alright. We know being from the chat no, you know your name, that's fine. You have some, mama? Alright. So you're hungry though? You want to sleep? Okay. Alright, I want to take a picture. You see it about where you are? Take a picture, say the master, just like yeah, I help you with that. But we want to take a picture, we don't know, so we can put in the group. So, the people that
Okay, on behalf of all the ladies of the female track and field team and the coaches, we would like to thank you so very much for taking the time out to come here to speak to us, encourage us, and tell us about the journey that you went on to being successful. And I hope that some of us girls here would try to take something from what you said and apply it to our lives. And we thank you so very, very much for taking the time out to come here. We also thank you for the contributions that you have been making, and we really, really appreciate it.